So park exterior, building emergency day.
We could do that. I say, I'm kidding. I don't know what.
You love them.
But again,
She's very protective.
I didn't get it on the person looking to me right to bring the brand and teacher because it's the day of number one. Number two, they already want graduates. So there's no need for it. Here.
Can we pre-approve a range of settlement ahead of time? It has to be a bona fide offer.
You can't really speculate on it.
Well, we could, we can say, yeah, if it's, this percent or this percent reduction, we would agree, or this is what.
We can talk about what our authority, our zone authority, but we can't pre-approve it until there is some. We get one that we thought about.
We probably should.
Yeah.
Solicitor reason for me to question.
Sure.
We have an ordinance, 424 requires pre-opening people in traffic signals and traffic signals for speed. The other notice will be based on the call out for speed.
So we don't mark out that because it's telco embedded lines for the loops that are no longer, that are inadequate now because we use the camera.
But by PA1, we're still required to mark underground until they're not.
So you're saying that if the PA1 call is supposed to cover everything, our signal is considered for the PA1 call?
Anything that's buried, considered in its utility.
And I don't
Yeah.
know.
The single loops actually, they are, because you can see them.
Yeah, but it's
I
because
think it's more so like the transmission line.
Oh, the wire going to the loop, to the control arm.
So I know that ordinance is in place for two things. One, to make the protocol like an issue. Second one,
because we have to call telco out to locate them. Then we want the telco bill to be paid by whoever needs the call out. And they're you guys say, no, you're a one call participant. There is no charges. If you're a one call, which I think is probably true. Yeah.
I like their book. That's okay.
Well, we would, except then we could be, if they did turn them out, they couldn't probably claim us if we didn't mark them. See, there's two parties to dance. So I sort of agree. I know, but we're, because they're still in the ground, they're not being pulled out, but we still have to. Right, exactly.
we're gonna signal there.
So,
Because we don't even know where they are.
well, we probably know where they are now that they're marked out.
Well,
We'll lay that.
or,
Yeah,
no, if you've got to keep sticking out, you don't.
Yeah. Don't you guys just being, naughty.
Yeah,
So,
there's also our
Yeah, facilitated with.
It works.
Warren, you look tired. You have much vacay? This is probably.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
This lady can stay with the dance.
Yeah, it's just a subdued temperature control, I guess.
we have.
I got for early afternoon. I don't have to put a little dial in it. So even not bringing stuff into it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do the work, that's fine. No, it's. Okay.
Let's.
Yeah. the realtor, when they're talking to the realtor, that you got to want to sell it.
Yeah, I do something, each next one, but I take care of it too.
Yeah, but then you say that.
So I had to be on the sleeve. I go to my favorite restaurant. 9 foot lanes, like 5 people in front. Okay. You know, we have 32 reservations. We only have 26 cars. We're not going to let any car to anybody that ever moves. So those 5 people fuel on 1 minute, and then they come up to me. And here's our reservation. They go, okay. Here's the problem. We only have 2 vehicles on the road. Either a pickup truck or the Ford Mustang convertible. Which one do you want? And they go, both of them are in violation of my company's traffic. We're not supposed to take any pickup truck because they usually limit mileage on them, so you're not allowed to, you get an SUV but not a pickup truck. And then any car, I think it's over $65,000, you're never, ever, ever supposed to rent it. But I'm here, like, people do I take? So I said, I'll take the money.
Yeah.
So then he shows me how the convertible thing works, and everything. I go, it's gonna be rented in Toledo. So, I bring it back and everything like that. And I'm worried about it's so low ground tires, it's got all these like air dates underneath it. And I'm worried if I get up on a bumper curve, I'm gonna rip something, and then I'm gonna have something with a plane. So anyway, so I bring it on back. So I get my, so then they go, take my car to go, our machine isn't working. We had to start thinking yesterday, we can't even go.
Yeah.
I said, well, just write the number down. And you can do it because it's what required, because, no, we can't use. I go, so what am I supposed to do? Like, come back. Then they go, well, we don't know what to tell. And I said, you've got other offices open, don't you? They go, well, there's 1 o'clock. I know this is 10. I said, well, I'll sit here till 10. You phone in my number. They'll run it on their machine, and then I'll be good to go. So that's what they did. So I bring it back, I hand it in like that, and they give me a receipt. Now I'm getting charged by $44. I'm charged for convertible at $77.
Well, no.
You can't win, but we got to start on Mustang convertible. Not bad.
So
Like the wait on everything.
as Peggy had it, they sent me an email today. How was it?
Oh boy.
Here's the deal. I'm supposed to get this car, you only get 2, I got charged too much, blah. So I just got a phone call walking down there to go, hey, we recognize this is right, this is what happened, we'll let you provide. That's all I need. Otherwise, my whole expense account's gonna get flagged. So this is a continuation of my vacation. So we flew into Denver, and I could not get it to pick up a Denver and Ripley Park, which is like the lower tier of purpose. So you get in there, you ride the bus over to the place, and the place people, getting crosses. So, I'm used to like Nashville, and we just take the car and walk and go. So it's 45 minutes through the line. You get up there, let's go. And you walk out that door. You walk out that door, and there's like the line there. And I go, stop. They go, well, we don't have these cars right. So you're like 50 in line. And, they got to be returned. No, they don't even service. They just, in and out. So I rented a full-time car here. So what comes up my turn? Jeep Compass. I'm like one of these calls. You can get on. And I go, what if I turn this from down? Well, if you turn this down, you go to the line, back up to the line at the door, not the processing line, it's the waiting line. And we can't tell you what's going to come up, but you do not get right of first refusal. Like the next one comes in, you don't get refused, whoever's the line. So now I'm just furious. So we get in, get all the stuff like that. The 12 volt outlets stop working. you know, something else is not working. I'm just fuming the whole time. So then day 2, we're driving down from like Pikes Peak down to like New Mexico. We're going through a vast southwest region of Colorado, and there's no serious, because I had a little serious for the community. And I can't, everybody's got a phone to plug in, there's not enough outlets for everybody's phone, you can't, no navigation and everything, so my garden won't power. So, you know, so I'm just going nuts, right? It's gotta be a fuse. So I find a fuse box, find the thing, and then I need a small screwdriver in order to get the latch. So next night we're Walnut. We go buy it, get the lid off. There's no spare fuse, easily spare fuse. But I find the outlet in the rear that no one's using. And I pull that one out of there, put that in there, and big up, now I got pop. Now I'm feeling better, but they don't mind. We're going to be in Holbrook, Arizona, and they showed me. I've got, you know, car rental things there. Near the one, the Berks. I'm turning this car into my, this is the best. Like, pull up there, signs on, this is there, nobody's around. It's like that business has been out. Nobody's in there. So I stuck with that car. Don't drown, don't rent the car. That's my thing. Yeah, that's why like I said, go through, unpack your clothes once. That's all you need.
On a skip, we were 905. We had great service. Yeah. For $200, we got upgraded from the interior to a house with heritage. For
Yeah. You can't compare us when they offer you the.
Two complimentary, especially with this new not just one every a free meal
Hey kid.
Now, the downside now, what's going to happen? Which we need for another but they gave us per person. But even that very next one that we did, so they had a walk around first, and she they basically did up there, all right, we're going back to the
One minute, we've only been on 2 cruises, but once our ship veered off, and then it was like, we'll do no stress, and we'll put one another. And, you know, so the kid going over that area, screwed up everything the next day, everything like that. people look around and play and stuff like that to have that for too long. So this is the law of sea. You know, you respond to emergency. There's no discussion, no discussion. You know, there was no, you know, we go. So then everybody sort of settled down. We'll start. We'll start our meeting with the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Robert Bay's here, Mike Fritz is here, Greg is not here, Allison's here, Susan's here, Dave Eggert's here, Steve is here, Barry the mayor is not here, Ty is here, Reverend Michael is here, Warren is here, Joe is here, Derek Roback is here. So attendance is taken. Council minutes, before you have our minutes from the July 14, 2022 meeting. Is there any corrections, clarifications, additions, or can the minutes be accepted as presented? Accept the minutes as presented. Second. Motion by moving second to accept the minutes as presented. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, and I will abstain since I was not at the meeting.
I wasn't here either.
Oh, Warren will also say, let the record show that, Secretary. Approval of payment of bills. So before you, you'll see bills, general fund totaling $94,551.88. From the sewer fund, you see $2,438.24. Fire tax fund, $38,888.82. Liquid fuels fund, $15,640.87. Are there any questions about any of the bills presented from each of the funds, or can the motion to approve the expenditures as presented? Motion to pay the bill as presented. Second. Motion's been moved and seconded to approve the expenditures from the general fund, sewer fund, fire tax fund, and liquid fuels fund as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. Approval of treasurer's report. Or you'll see a treasurer's report consolidated for July 2022. Total cash available in general funds, $555,147.70. Total cash available in reserve accounts, $47,279.93. Total cash available in fire tax fund, $47,151.06. Total cash available in the sewer fund, $57,987.33. And the total cash available in liquid fuels account, $266,719.50. You'll also see that we have a road escrow account for 3209 on the Turnpike Road, which totals $15,172.50. Are there any questions about the treasurer's report? Or is there a motion to accept and file for audit the consolidated treasurer's report? So moved. Second. Motion's been moved and seconded to approve the treasurer's report. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass. We have no public members at the council. We have none so far from any online presence, so we'll move on. So there's no presentation. We'll also assume that there is no public comment unless something comes in. We'll revise later on in the agenda to bring that up. Consultants report, Borough engineer.
Right, there's not a whole lot in my report to discuss. We've removed some of the items. The only thing that's on our plan that in our report that's still outstanding is 3001 Brookfield Avenue, and Alice and I have been talking about the fact that there's been no action on it for a while, so we need to consider maybe getting an extension or approving or different.
Since the property is changing hands or trying to change it again. So we're really at no disadvantage, just to let it ride.
We are at no disadvantage. Depends on how many questions arrive out of the potential from potential buyers.
Council, okay with that, but since it does not appear the current plan is going to be enacted, and there may be another plan, or you may adopt that plan, who knows, but
Chances are he will
yeah.
adopt that
So.
plan. I I think pretty much any movement forward has halted on the property.
All right. Anything else?
Our office will be doing some surveys for the Pine Avenue and Plum Street in about 2 to 3 weeks, so I should have something to report to the council.
The-
All right.
The property at 3209 Old Turnpike Road has sold. We are in receipt of permits to start the.
Start the
interior-
parking and all that or interior
Not
work.
working yet, only the interior work. So I have reminded them that the exterior work also has to be done. But it's making its way through planning review at the moment for the permits. And that was part of the escrow, and I had a call from the realtor asking about the escrow funds. And I said that they are in the bank account and that they are assigned to the property address. Hence the 3209
Yeah.
escrow.
So the realtor wants to know if the funds transfer with the property.
He wanted to know when we were. After the site. So, he just wanted to make sure that the new owner had access, and I said, yes, it is in. It's to the property, not to.
Did they really do that, Joe? Could you transfer a property sale and then have money in escrow to the municipality and somehow that gets transferred without any paperwork other than a property sale?
Well, it depends what the escrow, the reason for the escrow.
Yeah,
Actual improvement is.
the improvements.
Right, once the improvements done, I believe from the property.
Okay.
The idea is to have the improvements completed now, unless there's been some other agreement. With the one who placed the escrow, because for practical purposes, once the property's sold, you may not know where the prior owner even is.
Yeah.
You may be able to locate from now, if there was an agreement in place, that it becomes that it goes back to the prior owner. I mean, usually the escrow is credit, it's not cash.
We prefer.
But that also depends on the agreement between the buyer and seller as well.
All right. Ty, anything else to cover?
And I also know that the process of putting it together is pretty old. That great or not.
And we're not putting it in, so, yeah. So it adds up to the new property owner, he knows he has to put it in. That,
We were pretty lenient on that.
Let it ride.
No, unless you have any other questions on my report, that's all I have.
All right. Solicitor, you have any report for us?
yeah, two items. First, the PUC is in the process of scheduling a settlement conference with Pennsylvania American rate case. It looks like it's going to be August 15th, time to be determined. Settlement conference is telephonic. I understand we'll have an executive session on this matter of litigation. And the other item here is elsewhere in the agenda, so, and that is that I will need authorization to appear at the shopping center assessment deal with the board of wishes me to do so.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll get to it on the agenda. So basically, the PA American has requested a potential settlement offer, I guess, to the PUC.
Settlement conference, yeah.
Yeah, conference and all the parties that, objected are part of that telephone conference. But that doesn't mean that, we're a bulk user, that they are gonna even offer any change in that rate. It could be another rate, because there's multiple parties there and there, that not every rate applies to everybody on the call. So we don't know. All right, Mayor did not leave a report.
No, he's having some back issues, so.
All right. Staff reports, anything, zoning code, anything to report?
There were code. Five code enforcement claims, 6.
All right,
And we have easily resolved 2. One is in the process of being resolved. 2 are in the process of acquiring the proper permits that they need for what was done. And the other we will discuss in executive session as an enforcement issue.
and anything on sewers, et cetera, roadmaster?
My public works report is attached. I also added, there are 2 copies of the speed report for Lynn Avenue. That was done for the month of July. You can look those over. They are pretty much near what we had last year for the detail for speeding down there. 98+% of people go less than 30 miles an hour, and there's sporadic readings.
Did Med Ed finally remove the shear poles only because Comcast was paying them to remove them?
No,
As part of the fiber optic upgrade?
I filed a complaint into both Judy Swank and my brother. Judy Swank's office, I was going to reach out to one of the representatives at it, to reach out to me asking what the deal was. He said, I told them they were here for 5 years, and they went back to the PUC had a deal where the last people on the pole, they're the ones responsible for taking the pole out. So whether it's Comcast or the electric, they were last on the pole, their service wasn't interrupted, so they had no need to do it. But Med finally picked them up. So now the pole.
Who, and Med Ed,
Med the one time.
oh, they were the last one on the
Well,
pole.
Med I think did it out of generosity. But
We're not having to report back to Judy Swank's office.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Just curious.
That's okay.
Anything else to report finance, manager's report, anything? Will we cover otherwise?
Well, we got $300 and some dollars in ARPA funds, which the state had to clear out anything that wasn't claimed before they can get the
Second round.
second round. So the second round is further delayed than what they even originally said. So at this point, there is no time frame on when the second round is showing up.
And the expectation is the second round will be around the same amount as the first, around 89,000,
92.
92,000.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anything on committee reports, emergency management?
Nothing new.
Library.
Library got a grant to build an outdoor amphitheater to enhance their programming.
Municipal lands, anything? Recreation?
I assume the Berks nature thing is resolved, is that completed?
Yes, it is.
All signed and stuff. One thing, I talked to Joan briefly about, now that that's been signed, and we have the ability to control the motorcycles up there and the local, people in the community that have been up there doing the maintenance, that we ought to be getting things like a waiver signed by each of the people, some control over who are the members of the group.
Are they like an ad hoc group or are they?
No, they
official group?
are currently an ad hoc group.
Yeah.
But they could become somewhat of an official group. It was also suggested maybe to get a permit or something to ride up there. But, whether that, there's a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, Joe,
I mean, for members of the group who are actually doing something on the land, doing something for the borough, I would recommend a waiver of liability.
yeah, can you write up like a generic waiver liability for those who will be helping out on public lands? And generic enough that those guys will be able to use it, and if somebody else wanted to use it for something else, like even on the playground or something, that would cover that too. And you want to have it like for a period of 3 years or something like that, and get renewed after 3 years?
Yeah, whatever we could.
Is that okay to run it like a 3-year period or something?
Yeah, I wouldn't put a date on it. Date it and stay.
Oh, so it's evergreen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we want to put some limits on the amount of recreational riding that we want up there.
It can be so hard to enforce.
Yeah, I know, but there are a lot of things that we have ordinances on that it's hard to enforce. There are rules about fireworks that are hard to enforce. I mean, so do we not have the rule?
Why don't we see if you can find some, legalese words of, the motorized, bicycles and stuff are permitted when they're at some sort of path that benefits the borough or something like that.
Well, they use it for recreation also.
Well, but we're gonna make them at least, declare some sort of, we're driving all the way up there because we want to see if it's clear. Something like that. What I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, that's stretching them.
well, no, I mean, that's realistic though.
Oh, yeah, they're policing the area when they're
Yeah.
driving up there.
And they can just say, we're right all the way up there, we find track, we'll pick it up.
They do that.
Yeah. So, but that would be probably more defendable than trying to restrict recreational use.
And in fact, one time, these large, the old steel folding tables, and I dragged it up and put it by the trail, and the next day I went to take it out, and it was gone.
Yeah.
And they,
So they,
they picked it up, and they rolled it up. So, okay,
then, planning commission, we had a request that we wanted to join comprehensive plan with Amity and Exeter Township. And, I don't know, the last one was in what year, 2000, many years ago.
many years ago.
Yeah, Chris wouldn't even go, so I ended up having to go into a ton of them, and it just seemed like tedious, and we got no real value, so, I asked,
I was on council.
I asked Allison to reach out to Troy at Amity, and if they somehow thought it was gonna help Amity, having, that's again, that we would join because of Amity.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to join just because of Exeter, whether that makes any sense or not.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think, Troy is thinking it might be beneficial to Amity to be in a try thing again, to upgrade it, and let's let it play out for a while. If it's gonna cost us X amount of money, we can always pay it.
Send to the plan commission to find out if there's any
Funds,
for doing working on a joint, so that everybody can budget. I think the one question we would have is if we wanted to do just our own, what it would cost us, because we have very little that we can change.
So Troy, that's your, excuse me, not Troy. That's your job for next month to give us a cost estimate for you to prepare solely for St. Lawrence, a comprehensive plan. And that way we'll know where we're at.
What kind of expense, because
Yeah.
there isn't.
Yeah.
We sat back and did very little.
Because there was nothing we had to really offer, no landfills here, okay? No mobile home parks here, okay?
I guess, but part of that is we can share some of the
Right.
regions
Right.
with each other and not have it, which is a big advantage to being part of.
Well, I don't know how much advantage was the last 20 years that we had used any part of it, but let's, we have no,
But we're not,
No
no,
doubt.
putting in our ordinance, some
Right.
type of
It wasn't
zoning.
a whole lot that was a benefit, I think, Harold's bookstore,
do you have the old one somewhere?
yeah.
Did you make sure he gets it, scan it? You want it for any reason?
I have to find it. It was a disc, it was a CD, so I'm thinking.
Well, it'd be easier if he had this copy of the last one to get a final proposal for us.
I understand.
Okay.
I just didn't.
So was it on an 8-track?
But an 8-track didn't hold that, it held.
Yeah, put it on price. Anything on, what else do we have? Anything zoning hearing board coming up? Nope. Old business table, reestablishment of Exeter Township Fire Advisory Board, anything new on that? Just carry it on. Yeah, I heard it for now. Yeah, I heard. I think I made it with that. So anyway, we'll move to new business. Discussion and motion to have the road solicitor appear at the regular appeal hearing concerning the property valuation at 3000 St. Lawrence Avenue and Kingdom Valley Shopping Center. This may be driven by me more than anything else, because the notice comes in that they're trying to devalue the property again. But it's almost like the amount they want to devalue to was more than what they wanted us to pay for that one little block. So I don't think it's prudent that we let them devalue if they're not, if they're, how can they make the argument that this little parcel that the borough made an offer on, they wanted X amount of money, but then the whole thing's only worth this much. So part of it is
less than?
huh?
The value of the building
Let's-
was less than
Right.
But the,
what they wanted, or just, yeah. Yeah,
So I thought it might be interesting to enter in evidence, our proposal to buy that property at this amount in their counter, which was way up here, and now they're saying, oh, yeah, right, and now they want to devalue the whole thing.
I think it was somewhere around 1.8, 1.9 million, for land and building.
And of course, part of me says, let them devalue the one they want, because then we'll use that if we ever want to do anything else. Yeah. So,
So anyway, if you want me to appear at the assessment field hearing, I'll need authorization, and I'm an appearance and appear at the.
is there a second motion?
hearing.
I'll make such motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion for our solicitor to appear at the appeal concerning the property valuation at the Antietam Valley Shopping Center. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passed. Next, discussion motion to have the Borough Solicitor petition Berks County Assessment Office concerning municipal designation Exeter Township of 2 borough-owned parcels, 1 parcel 53, 26, 07, 68, 47, 78 fully, and 1 parcel 53, 26, 07, 69, 34, 31, primarily within the municipal boundaries of the borough. So essentially what happens is somewhere in the county, it got pushed over into Exeter when it's really not.
The
It's-
municipality listing.
Is Exeter, but it's within our municipal boundaries. So,
Community part, and the map is in your.
So basically, right now, the executive office says, go to.
right. And they got mislabeled on the Berks nature agreement too, and that's how it got done. So it needs to be squared away at the county office, and then Berks nature will have to square away. Maybe just by, striking something out and put it on. So, is there a motion to have the solicitor petition Berks County Assessment Office to correct these, social injustice? There's a motion to have the borough solicitor petition Berks County Assessment Office. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, all opposed, motion passed. Motion to ratify disbursement 2021-1 of fire tax funds about Penn Park Company and Exeter Township Volunteer Park Company in the amount of $17,000 to each company.
Since you already approved it in payment.
Yeah, it's a payment in the bill, so this motion is to ratify the disbursement.
So moved. Second.
Motion to move past second and move, motion and seconded to disbursement of the fire tax fund. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, all opposed, motion passed. Discussion motion to adopt resolution 868, adopting an updated fee schedule. 863,
Yes.
fee schedule. This is right here. Anyone want to look at this? We're basically keep pushing up our fee schedule, trying to make sure when someone comes in for a permit, the rest of the citizens of the borough aren't paying an administrative cost for that. So if you come in and need a permit, you're paying hopefully some rate that we've established.
Street opening is the.
Right.
So there's a big line item is traffic signal override. And they cover, if we have to go out and change the traffic signal for EPI, do work within that.
Okay.
It covers, let's let it go, get it.
So,
and-
Switch it over to flash, and then go back.
And they call it again, and we.
Yeah, we get calls like that from contractors all the time.
$100 per.
So once again, we're trying to recover administrative and physical costs, and we have to do something that the borough citizens didn't really need done, but the permits need done based on the road and stuff like that. So,
Make a motion to adopt resolution 863, adopting the updated fee schedule.
motion been moved and seconded to adopt resolution 863, to update the fee schedule. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed. Motion passes. We need to discuss and a motion to adopt resolution 864, establishing Halloween curfew, trick or treat days and time. So right now, we're proposing, we have two. Sunday, October 30th, and Monday, October 31st, same hours, 5 to 9, for trick or treating within the borough.
And the curfew is from
Oh, the dates, right? It would be,
first of October.
curfew would be 24th, Monday, October 24th, through and including Tuesday, November 1st. So usually we wait for Exeter, but they haven't been having 2 nights, and it seems like that sort of seems to be our tradition here now. Plus, this gets us so we can put it in the newsletter coming out in September before October, so that's the record.
Do we actually have people going, I haven't had a person.
We do, the avenue gets a whole lot more and the townhouses, but
I have indirect evidence that my big bucket of candy empties on the first time. And then a big portion of it empties on time two. So is that right? I don't know. We're always put through up. I'm just telling you, I have indirect evidence. Neighbors.
so that'll fit there. I would give it to them.
So do we have anybody motioning to accept resolution 864 concerning trick or treat nights and curfew?
Motion to adopt resolution 864, establishing a Halloween curfew, trick or treat dates and times as presented.
Motion been moved and seconded to adopt resolution 864. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Passed. Discussion and motion to adopt resolution 865, authorizing option year 2023 of the 2020 residential curbside municipal waste and recycling agreement and specifications with JP Mascaro at an annual price of $168,856.80. Why would they put bidding?
Because they have a unit.
And a unit price of $253 per household, $253.92 per household.
What's that increase?
This year we are paying $164,627.40
So it's like a $4,000 increase.
with the unit price of $247.46. It is roughly in that.
About $7 increase in it.
And that, this is an annual price of household, not a quarterly, this is annual.
Which I keep reading everybody complaining about extra, and I'm telling you, two things are probably occurring. They love these contracts. If one truck whole day, they get paid by us, they're not jumping around there, you don't have account, collectible payable, right? Even though fuel prices are probably very, they don't want this lost, because this is, now they're in a bidding situation, and something gets really ugly, they're out the whole thing. So I think they don't care. It's in their best interest to go ahead and adopt this first option. We have one more option year after this, but both parties always have to.
No, we have
Oh, 2 more. Hot damn.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 865, authorizing taking out option year 2023, the 2020 trash contract with JP Mascaro.
Second.
Motion moved and seconded to adopt resolution 865, authorizing the option year for our residential municipal waste recycle. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Pass.
We need a.
We have a motion to amend the agenda.
Yeah, I was losing it yesterday. It was late.
It's for the topic of proposed ordinance 451, where we're having a base sewer rental charge shall be increased from its current rate of $35.00 to $37.50 per quarter. And this will also eliminate the minimum base sewer amount by decreasing the minimum base sewer amount of 1,000 gallons to 0 gallons. Then we want to increase the processing charge from $6.35 per 1,000 gallons to $7.50 per 1,000 gallons. And that's basically a sewer rate increase. So for a couple things, one, we knew earlier this year. Okay.
Before we get into discussion, we need.
Oh, yeah. Is there a motion on the floor?
I'll move that, please.
Yeah.
Amend the agenda to include discussion of 451.
For a second. Motion been moved and seconded to amend the agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed.
Please proceed, sir.
So a couple of things happened. One, we had a PA American rate increase in store. but it was on the cusp where we weren't really covering all our expenses for the first part of the year. But we thought we would be able to incorporate this next rate increase all in one, so that it wouldn't have to be a two-step portion. The other strategy was, we had at one point earlier this year, almost $300,000 in sewer fund. And it's very, very difficult, in my opinion, to raise rates, and we had that much money sitting in there. I mean, that's just, you know, logic. So we spent all that money, get everything fixed. So now we're in our rate schedule to try to get everything squared away for 10 more years. But unfortunately, we don't know what this next rate increase from Pay America is going to be, but we can't wait any longer and trying to wrap it all into one motion. It makes sense to go ahead and do this. Maybe let it go for 6 months, almost a year, and then look at it again and see where we're at and stuff like that. And we'll talk a little bit more about it in executive session, but this is
authorized,
the authorized that changes
yeah, it's
our rate.
authorizing to advertise this for, which will get it, October 8th is their next billing cycle, so we would hit the next billing.
So everybody's got to pay a base rate. So you have to have some skin in the game. You know, the pipe, everybody, you know, you just can't just start at will and expect the pipe to be, so you have to have that. We used to give away the first 1,000, but that really causes issues reading meters and stuff like that. So it almost makes sense to eliminate that and sort of bump up the base rate a little bit to cover that first 1,000. So that's sort of where that's all coming about and the logic in there. And then the next amount is just basically the processing fee is to get us up. And I think we will just about break even, or are we just a little bit below
We're just, a little bit below.
what they bill us versus what we'll get in
Well,
revenue?
it's not only what they bill us, it's all of our other expenses, personnel,
Right.
the cost of the vehicle and all of that. It's,
Yeah. So earlier this year, I did do an analysis. On our old rate, our citizens were paying 40% of what the bill, same amount would be over next. So this is probably going to move us from 40 to some maybe high 40s, even 50. So if you get pushback from people, you can at least say, we know our rates half what you'd be paying if we were next, if we didn't own our system.
this is.
That's
Rate
where we're at.
increases.
With the extra residents on the same system are paying.
Right, exactly. Going through the same pipe, with the same treatment plant, and it's built half. But that's because we built a rate increase up to get us to the amount where every 10 years we try to reline and fix and everything.
Maintain our.
Right, but there's probably gonna be step 2 in this. It's not gonna be the only one. This is just to get us, because all that stuff is also whirling about in.
Part of the funds that you see in the sewer account is an infusion from the
our.
operating reserve.
Right.
And we were discussing, moving ARPA funds when we get them to the sewer fund, doing tracer and then the remainder to sewer. We need to do something because, we're still not where we would be able to pay all our bills with what we have right now.
But I want to make it clear that this is probably the first step, and there's going to be another step. And it's only because the timing didn't really work out. So, any real, you know, so a couple of things, people are going to be mad if they no longer get the first 1,000 free. I understand that, but it makes life difficult, you know, building that. You know, everybody's got to have some skin in the game. That's why you have a service fee. And like everything else, you don't like these rates, don't use less water, your sewer goes down. You know, everybody's got a chance to pay less by using less, which usually happens a little bit, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah, and we still don't have a good quarter to look and see what usage is because the last reading was, March, April, May.
This is the reading from Mount Penn Water.
Yeah, we just had a billing cycle go out.
Yeah.
And the heavy use is gonna be June, July, August.
people do a pool, people water and stuff.
I don't want anything, I don't know.
There are people who do.
I know, some people, they like that green grass, I like it brown.
They water.
Whatever you.
You don't, hey, you don't pick up on bread.
So is there a motion to adopt ordinance or publish proposed ordinance advertised, ordinance 451?
Make a motion to what?
Good.
That thousand, the first thousand is billed at the same rate as the subsequent 1,000 gallon usage.
Well, we sort of took out what that 1,000 was costing someone and thrown it back into the service charge.
We didn't raise the service charge as much as what we were charging per 1,000 gallon.
So we're getting a discount on the first 1,000.
You're getting a discount.
But I'm sure someone's gonna be nitpicking at their bill and say, I
Well,
need to
no,
get
they're
1,000.
gonna pay for that first 1,000 in, because you're now paying for every 1,000.
There's a drop.
Every 1,000 gallons.
Yeah.
And it's based off the water rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a $2.50 increase flat out on the base charge, and then
Make a motion to authorize the borough manager to advertise ordinance, proposed ordinance 451, the sewer rate increase.
Second.
But motion has been made and seconded to advertise the proposed ordinance number 451 about sewer rate. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Passed.
take it off.
The only other, let me jump in the agenda schedule, just to announce the council meeting September 8th at 7:30. Planning commission will meet September 28th at 7:30, or all closed September 5th, Labor Day, and October 10th. Columbus Day, back to Columbus now. Labor Day change yard waste pickup on Tuesday, September 6th. Labor Day change trash pickup on Wednesday, September 7th. And is there a motion to go into executive session to discuss the notice that we received concerning a PUC settlement teleconference from PA American and code enforcement issue? Yeah.
Make a motion to go into executive session to discuss two litigation matters.
Motion moved and second. All those in favor for an executive session, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Take a breath.
I'm on a roll.
Take a breath. Derek's fan, what's with that?
Acceleration rate of gravity is only 33%.
I saw a yellow screen. Yes.
Okay.
So is there a motion to amend the agenda to vote on action discussed in executive session?
So moved.
Second. Motion moved and seconded to amend the agenda to act on the topic in the executive session. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, motion passed. Is there a motion to direct the solicitor to file demolition court proceedings for 490 Park Avenue.
Second.
Motion been moved second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Motion been moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Okay.
Thanks for all your time.
Normally Bob buys ice cream for August, but this year I want ice cream.
I thought about that when I was walking down,
I got-
and I had 8 ice cream sandwiches